Oh, alright. I'm gonna cover my eyes so it doesn't hurt so much. Um, if people are talking or the TV is blaring, I can't function. It's not always like that, only when I'm overwhelmed, but I've been overwhelmed for 3 years straight. Being cut off from all of my loved ones on Facebook and on YouTube and with my telephones, and y'all don't understand how stressful that is. Um, this is not a safe environment for me, and it's not because the guy that I'm staying with is a bad person, because he's not, not by a long shot. The problem is with the things that I need to do. I need peace and quiet, and he's home most of the time. So he's playing video games or watching TV shows or whatever, and he does a great job of dealing with me when I'm having a panic attack. He really does. He has them too, and that does help. But he's broke. We don't have hot water here. We don't have a stove here. Water therapy, that helps me out a lot. That's taking a shower or a bath or going swimming. I don't get to do that here. A lot of the evidence that I had that I was trying to force the police to look at is on telephones that were stolen and a computer that was stolen, two computers that were stolen. To try to explain to that officer earlier, I really needed to be able to explain to him that I need him to sit down with me and look at the evidence. There is too much for me to start all over again, and I need a safe environment where I can have peace and quiet to work on this stuff. That's why I make videos. I don't ever have an environment like that. And people say I just need to get over it. I can't. I can't. If I'm overwhelmed, I'm overwhelmed. I had access to the evidence. I'd have been able to sit down and work on it, but they wouldn't allow me access to the evidence in the jails or the any of that. Like that prevents you from being able to defend yourself, from being able to talk to witnesses. These people didn't understand how much I was cut off and alone. Natalie didn't understand that her one little white lie would turn into all of this. Neither did Alicia. I can hear the guy I'm staying with yelling at the other guys that he's playing games with. And it breaks my concentration, which is easy to do when I'm overwhelmed, and I'm overwhelmed from abuse. I need a caseworker to help me in person to look at this stuff, to help recognize it, to show me how to use the internet stuff so that I don't have to post it on YouTube and Facebook. So much evidence has been destroyed already. I need to find a way to force the police to take all of this evidence. Miss Peaches has a USB drive that's full of evidence, and with her not talking to me and treating me like shit, I treat her like shit right back. I treat all of these people who treated me like shit, I treat them like shit right back. They made me feel like shit. The way they made me feel is like blowing my goddamn head off, and I let them know every fucking day that I can. I hate the way they made me feel. I need help. I needed help in person, but all of these court dates and all of this shit that I had to jump through prevented me from being able to sit down with those people and do that. I could have used my disability money to help me get a safe place, but it was all being eaten up and going to courts. I'm still disabled. I needed to be able to use that money to live on. I needed to be able to defend myself. I needed to be allowed to show evidence, and I can't function well enough to do anything now. I need someone to go with me, to sit with me and show the evidence to the police, not just fill out a voluntary statement. I need them to look at all of this evidence. And I get that it's all unorganized and there's a lot of it. I get it. I get it. I really do. I mean, I'm overwhelmed. There wouldn't be so much of it if they had just looked at it to begin with. I need my life to be over because I can't do this. I can't function. I've filled out these before. They didn't do any fucking good. They didn't get anybody to look at this evidence. Uh, 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 so all of these hospitals, they need to have it recorded so that when people say something to these hospital workers, that it's recorded. I mean, these hospital workers making fun of me like the jail guards did. I mean, fuck, when somebody's overwhelmed, you, as a police officer, shouldn't be making fun of them. You shouldn't be teasing them and picking on them. When somebody's disabled, instead of treating them like shit and making fun of freebies and saying, "How can I get free money? How can I get free money?" Dude, fucking that. Why are you a fucking cop? If you're gonna treat disabled people like that, you're a fucking psycho. I mean, there is so much abuse. I literally, this is not enough. There are thousands of situations that I need to write about. I mean that literally. This is 3 years worth of abuse that I need to write about. Thousands of situations, and all of them roll around in my head that I have to be able to write these things down, and I can't function. I have to be able to find it in that fucking pile of shit there, which piece that people are asking for, and they want it right now, right now, right now. And I'm like, fuck, I've moved this stuff so many fucking times. The police made sure that everything that I had was gone. I was able to save as much evidence as I could. I didn't get to save my tools. I had to make a choice between my tools and the evidence that can fucking free me. But I can't function well enough to use it. It's too bright in here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, you need to be able to separate yourself from a fucked up situation, but everywhere you go, people are watching shows about murder and fucking rape. I mean, every fucking show that everybody watches, everywhere I go, fucking traumatizes me. It brings me right back to fucking where I was. Miss Peaches isn't a bad person for playing video games. She's not. I mean, that's her downtime. That's what helps her to escape from it all. And at the hospitals, like the doctor doesn't even see you. If you say that you've smoked marijuana, it's automatically assumed that it's marijuana's fault that you're there. It's marijuana's fault. It's not fucking marijuana's fault. Marijuana actually helps me. It doesn't make me feel sick like those other medications do. It does make me feel sick, but not in the same way. And the residual effects and the after effects don't make me fucking stupid. And it's not an addiction thing, it's an environmental thing. When I was at Ken and Leah's, I needed marijuana so that I could handle Miss Leah and her constant fucking blabbing about her. She doesn't care about anyone else but her. But she's got a free ride. Ken does all the work at that house. And Ken's not a bad guy. I mean, the fucked up shit that he did, it was because he was fucking stressed out about money. But that's no excuse for what he and Dawn and Leah did in his kitchen. I mean, I went to Miss Peach's house for help about that. Oh my god. In order to get the help that I need Jen Beebe to do her job, and she's not going to do her job. She's not even calling me back. In order to get her to do her job, I have to be able to fill out the paperwork, which means I have to be able to travel, which means I need to find a vehicle or someone who can drive me, and I have to find money for gas. Like, oh my god. There needs to be a disability advocate instead of me being abused over and over and over again. Meanwhile, I was abused because of things that I recorded in those videos that people should have said to the police. The police didn't fucking care. They did everything in their power not to hear it. The conversations with Miss Peaches are the most powerful. I would recommend listening to those. If you listen to those, you'll understand why I'm so pissed off. Oh my god, I need my head to stop hurting. I needed to be able to get a day in court where I could face Alicia Bollinger. I literally broke the law to try to force that evidence to be looked at because I couldn't get anyone to actually help me with it. They think that I can do it all by me fucking self, and I can't. I fucking can't. Uh, the guy I'm staying with, he goes to sleep with these shows on, and at night, like at least I get peace and quiet, but then it's not peace and quiet because the TV's on. I don't know if he's asleep or not. I don't want to turn off the TV and disrupt his daily activities because when you live with somebody else and they're paying all the bills and you disrupt their daily activities, they don't let you stay very long. They get aggravated and agitated, and it's time to go. So I just have to be a wallflower in the corner being quiet. And I can't anymore. I've been here for a month. I'm trying to get help and I'm fucking overwhelmed. Oh my god, my head is gonna fucking pop. It's too much for me to fucking handle. And I have to be able to do this stuff. And I'm fucking, instead of understanding that I'm overwhelmed because there's too much, instead, fucking, there was like maybe this much fucking evidence that I had to fucking show in order for people to understand before fucking, well, I was in Virginia. I mean, I could have shown that to the fucking police. Hey, here's what's going on. And we could have fucking dealt with it right there and then, but we didn't fucking because the police were too busy taking me to the fucking hospital, and I needed the hospital, but I needed the police there afterwards to do their fucking jobs. I can't fucking do this by myself. If he's up at night playing video games, I'm up at night. If I need to work on this stuff, I need to be able to work on it when I'm fucking freaking out, and I fucking can't do that. I need to not have my fucking fingers frozen. White people problems, right? White people problems. I get to hear about everybody else who's got it worse than me, and they fucking don't. People tell me, at least you're not in Africa. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Is that your fucking excuse why this is okay? I need help. I need someone to sit with me and help me with this stuff. I fucking can't. It's too much. I need a safe environment. I can't fucking type out all the shit that I need to when somebody is talking, when there's people being shot on the fucking TV. I mean, you guys are infatuated with fucking death and killing and murder. And I'm not. That shit is all fucking traumatizing. I fucking lived through that shit, and oh my fucking god, you guys are fucking crazy. All of America is infatuated with fucking death. A lot of people offered to help, but they never followed through, and I saved the evidence, and that was on a computer that was stolen in Washington State. And I had all of that evidence on phones that I had that was stolen in Washington State. My flip phone that I worked so hard to get so I could show that evidence to the police that was stolen in Washington State. I mean, those scenarios, those situations are on my fucking YouTube here. I need help. That's the only way that I can fucking communicate. I can't fucking type all this shit. I can't write it all out. I need to fucking take place. I need peace and fucking quiet without a fucking locked door to prevent me from getting to the evidence. I need a quiet environment and the evidence at the same goddamn time. Instead of being abused because I don't have them and I can't function. I need Jen Beebe to do her fucking job. I need a safe environment. I literally need housing. I need my housing back. All right, that's what I needed. That's what I needed when Natalie died was my place on Hilltop. If I had my place on Hilltop, I wouldn't need all of these people's help. I would have been able to sit down and go through it and fucking show it. I gave up that place on Hilltop so that I could save the money to buy the house that I'm in now. I lived at Ken and Leah's, and fucking I had to choose between Ken and Leah's or up here at Hilltop, and I chose Ken and Leah's, and that was the wrong choice, and I know it was the wrong choice now, but at the time, I just wanted to see my loved ones. I wanted to be close enough to see them. When they had problems, I was able to help for years and years because I actually fucking listened. I'm having a mental fucking breakdown, and I don't need to go to the hospital to be abused again by those same people. I needed help getting a lawyer. I mean, I saved all of the evidence that fucking Carmia, after destroying that Facebook group and the fucking GoFundMe's, she claimed that she didn't. Meanwhile, that shit is actually on fucking Sword and Scale, the shit that Carmia claimed that she did not do. This is the help that I fucking had. Nobody actually went in with me. No public pretender would look at the evidence. None of them. I am completely overwhelmed because I have to write about thousands of situations and I have just a few pieces of paper. Meanwhile, I have all that evidence. Most pieces of paper aren't going to get to look at the evidence. Oh my god. I need somewhere with peace and quiet where I don't have that fucking killing shit on the TV all the fucking time. For people playing video games where they have to scream or yell or any of that. And like it's not my environment. It's not his problem. He's dealing with somebody who's fucking constantly having a goddamn panic attack, and I have to hide it. Otherwise, I'll end up overwhelming him. People don't understand that. You don't fucking understand it. I'm overwhelmed. I'm not a shitty person. I'm overwhelmed. The Shannon Alvarado's, she was nice to me. It was the fucking constant screaming at her fucking boyfriend at night and during the day. Fucking, she's dealing with her daughter. I mean, she's fucking there all the time. The only time that I was able to get shit done was when I'm fucking by myself. But I know I have the house to myself, and I'm not going to be bothering anyone with what I'm fucking doing. I'm upstairs. I'm fucking fixing the computer because I don't have a safe environment. Meanwhile, drugs don't fucking fix this. Drugs don't fix this. Drugs don't give me a safe environment. Drugs don't give me a place where I can sit down and process this shit in an environment where there aren't other fucking outside influences fucking with me. And they do fuck with me because I can't concentrate on what I need to. There's too much of it. When just one word from somebody else is enough to throw it in my head to 30 other fucking situations that are related to the word that they said. I was driven fucking crazy is the fucking point here. I was driven fucking crazy because I was trying to get help the whole time. People were like, "You need help?" I know I need help. I'm trying to get help. Meanwhile, the people who tried to help me, the people who spoke out in these Facebook groups, were targeted. And people like Mandy Hughes saw that going on. It's no fucking wonder she didn't want to come forward about it. Not in public anyway. She didn't want to be targeted. And I can still prove that she was too afraid to come forward because she was being targeted. I mean, too afraid to come forward in public. But the thing is, most of people's fears are in those phones that were fucking stolen, and I did everything in my power to try to force the police to fucking look at that. I mean, I am against killing and death, and I literally threatened to kill people to try to force people to look at that evidence. Do you know how fucked up that is? I had to threaten to kill people to try to force the police to look at all of the people who threatened to kill me over this shit because they wouldn't do their goddamn jobs. I was forced to break the law because nobody was in my corner. They were just pretty fucking words. And that officer came over earlier. He gave me the voluntary statement, so I need him to look at the evidence. I need him to listen to hundreds of videos with witnesses. I need him to look at the fucking paper evidence from these different facilities and places and listen to those fucking conversations with people where those people, the things they have to say prove that these people who are in the fucking government are fucking liars. To prove that the cops fucking lied. To prove that these fucking medical facilities lied for the police because these people didn't want to lose their fucking jobs. I watched those videos on Clearview Behavioral Health. You have no idea how fucked up it is for me to see the very people who fucking victimized me on those fucking videos. Meanwhile, the thing is that helped me out is trying to make the world a better place. I invented things to make the world a better place, and I got those tools so that I could help people and help myself. I need a safe fucking environment so I can do the things that these officers need. I need my own place, my own room. I need to be able to take a fucking shower right now. I mean, holy fuck, I haven't taken a shower since fucking before Christmas. I literally need someone to sit down and look at the evidence, not just a fucking voluntary statement. I've done those with a voluntary statement. It's their word versus mine. I need these cops to actually look at the fucking evidence. And this isn't fucking civil shit. It's not. None of this was fucking stuff that could be dealt with in the civil courts. If I was able to go to the civil courts, I could have shown the criminal acts that were committed by the Bollingers and their friends and family, but the police were also committing crimes, so they weren't fucking interested in that. They were interested in preventing me from showing evidence. People don't understand what this is like. I was having a fucking panic about this when I left fucking Virginia. I was overwhelmed. And all of these people from Aunt B to Laura Nelson, Sean, I need you to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and I'll fucking help you. And I did all those things and they didn't fucking help. I did what you fucking wanted. Why didn't you fucking help me after I did what you wanted? I needed an environment where I can sit and work on this. The only times that I was able to work on it was when I was alone. At Shannon Alvarado's, I was hardly ever alone. In order to show this to the cops, I need the cops to actually look at it. I need them to sit there with me and look at it. And I need somebody in my corner there with me who's not going to do the fucked up shit that Jen Beebe did the last time. I need Jen Beebe to keep her word. She told me when I was in the Scottsbluff jail before fucking Christmas, she told me that she was going to write a report. She was going to write it down. I need her to do that. But I also need help getting housing so I'm not an imposition on other people. Because when they don't keep their word, they throw it in my face what an imposition that I've been for fucking existing. At least here I'm not treated that way. But the fact is, I'm having panic attacks all the fucking time and I have to hide it. I don't want to overwhelm him with my panic attacks. I don't want to fucking be a nervous fucking wreck all the goddamn time. I need a safe fucking environment. I've needed a safe environment since before Natalie fucking died. I needed help.